Well, hello indie people, how are you guys doing? And today I want to talk about a word, a term, used in the autism community to describe people who are not on the spectrum or people who are not neurologically diverse. And that word is neurotypical. And in this video I'm going to talk about what a neurotypical is, but also why I dislike the word neurotypical. Before I get into any of my points, I just want to say that this is a video based on my personal opinion, based on my experiences, but I think having an opinion is a good thing and it's just something I want to talk about. So for those out there who don't know this term or what it means, or just generally not involved in the autism community, a neurotypical is someone who doesn't display or characterizes traits of being autistic or any other neurologically atypical patterns of thought or behaviour. Basically what that statement means is that if you're a neurotypical, basically you're considered normal. But I want to explain why I don't like using the word neurotypical and really get a better understanding of what your viewpoint is. So if you have an opinion, please leave it down below, it'd be great to hear from you. Okay, so the first reason why I don't like using the word neurotypical is because of my background. Now, I live in the northeast of England, and typically the northeast of England is a place where I personally feel things are less accepted. Neurodiversity as a whole is less accepted, and being different from the norm is considered not normal. And I always felt like it was taught to me that I had to be normal and display a sense of normality even though I'm neurologically diverse. So when I started YouTube and getting involved with the autism community, I started hearing this term, neurotypical. And when I started hearing this term, I thought I'd have to look it up myself. And when I found out it's basically describing a person who is not autistic or normal, I just felt weird about the whole thing because a lot of my friends are not neurologically diverse as far as I know. Considering my background, I just don't like using the word neurotypical because I don't see my friends or my family as typical. I see people who think differently to the next person and think differently to others. So if every person who is not autistic was typical, they'd all be thinking the same, if that makes sense, and have the same kind of thought process and see the world in the exact same way. So I feel the word neurotypical is a little bit inaccurate. The other reason why I don't use the word neurotypical is because people in the autism community, when they talk about people who are not on the spectrum, they use the word neurotypical in a derogatory way, and I feel that this is wrong. It's not something that we as a community should be doing, because I feel when it comes to awareness of autism, we need every kind of person involved, not just autistics, parents of autistic kids or whatever. It's a team effort, and I feel like creating that division of you're a neurotypical or you're autistic, it's just not a healthy thing. And really, when people want to find out about autism and someone uses it as a derogatory term, like, oh, you're a neurotypical, you don't understand us, you're already putting your walls up without even finding out what this person is wanting to inquire about. And when people have been using the word neurotypical in a derogatory way, I just feel like it's not right, and I feel like I don't really want to associate myself using that term when other autistics or whatever are using that term in a derogatory way. Can you see my point? I just don't really like it when people use words in a derogatory way to get their viewpoint across, or whatever you're using the term for. And the last point I want to make, and I've already hinted at this already, but it creates division of oh, you're a neurotypical, oh, you're autistic. I just think when it comes to raising awareness and promoting that acceptance, it's a team effort. Like I said before, it's a team effort to raise awareness of any form of condition. and really to not accept help from people who aren't the same as you, it kind of defeats the purpose, if that makes sense. Like yes, I'm autistic, and I'm very proudly autistic. I'm very open about the fact that I'm autistic. However, this YouTube channel wouldn't be where it is without people who are not on the spectrum watching it. And if you apply that kind of logic to when it comes to raising awareness of autism, that's the thing, if the more people that know about it, the better. And that includes people who are neurotypicals in that awareness building, and really using the term neurotypical, I just think creates that division, and it doesn't help us as a community, to raise that awareness and promote that acceptance of the fact that autism's a thing. Autism is a real thing that affects millions upon millions of people in the world, and I just don't think it's a good thing to close off doors, especially when we are wanting to improve the world in our own way, if that makes sense. So those are some of the reasons behind why I don't like using the term, and I feel that everyone who is autistic and non-autistic is neurologically diverse. And the main reason why I think that is because everyone that you meet, even if they're autistic or not, thinks differently, sees the world differently, and really experiences things in a different way. And if everyone was typical, like everyone thought the same way or in a typical way, then things in the world wouldn't happen. People wouldn't come up with different ideas or different processes for different things. New inventions, new technologies and stuff wouldn't be created if everyone thought typically in like the exact same way, if that makes sense. So really, before I conclude this video, I just want to say I hope this video didn't come across as ranty. I'm just expressing my opinion and my thoughts. I know there'll be people out there who don't agree with me, and that is absolutely fine. I think having these types of discussions is a healthy thing, but I hope you can understand why I don't use the word neurotypical. And actually, what is your opinion of this? Do you use the word neurotypical? Do you, as an autistic person, agree with my points or disagree? And also, for those who are neurotypicals, what is your opinion on this word? Do you see it as a negative thing, or do you not have a problem with it? I'd just love to know down below in those comments what everyone thinks. And with that, guys, that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for joining me. But if you did enjoy this, then please give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, hit that notification bell for me. Stay you, stay indie. I'm really hot. I'm gonna go. I shall see you all very soon. See you later, guys.